Rich Rising, good morning. How you feeling? Are you okay? So we got a full moon in Cancer that is happening today, January 13th. And this full moon is known as the wolf full moon because it's a time where it's known for wolves to howl. Okay, so in the sign of Cancer, Cancer is representative of the fourth house in astrology, but the sign of Cancer, which is also ruled by the moon. Okay, and today is Monday, so it's a moon day. So from this full moons usually are a time of releasing, of things coming to the light, things being illuminated, also things coming full circle and harvesting. Okay, or coming or reaping the benefits of a harvest. So with this energy, you can expect some emotional wounds to be coming up. Okay, this full moon is opening us up. It's opening up our heart space. It's opening up our heart space to allow in forgiveness, whether that is for self or for others. Now, Cancer is a cardinal sign, and cardinal signs are initiatory signs. They get things started, like they usher in new seasons, or they usher in some type of newness. So this is an opportunity for people to use this energy of the full moon to release any emotional baggage. You can expect to be feeling some maybe emotions that you thought you have moved past, but they may be resurfacing at this time. I'm picking up on a lot of healing through grief and releasing some fragments of parts of yourself, whether that's from broken relationships, whether that's from any parental healing, mother wounds, father wounds, wounds in regards to community or relationships. And this full moon is also going to ask you to detach the emotions from the experience and extracts the lessons from that experience for you to move forward with a pure and an open heart. That way you can allow yourself to receive. This full moon may feel like a purge because it is resurfacing some wounds or some triggers or just certain parts of you that still need nourishment. That's all. It's not saying you haven't done the work. It's just saying let's resurface these things. That way you can process them fully and you can determine if they're still beneficial for you in your path now, or if it will benefit you to release these feelings or these self-limiting beliefs or emotions, even ideas or concepts that may be holding you back. So for example, let's say you've experienced heartbreak in the past and you've developed some coping mechanisms or some defense mechanisms that have ultimately protected you during that time. This full moon is going to ask you, are those mechanisms still serving you right now, or are they possibly hindering you from forming new connections, allowing yourself to receive love, support, help, community, and things like that? You feel me? This full moon may be affecting cardinal placements, so Cancers, Libras, Capricorns. Who else is a cardinal placement? Cancers, Libras, Capricorns, and Aries placements. So being that we're in a Mars year and Mars rules Aries, okay, you can expect these themes to be coming up. Make sure you guys go check out my latest energy report on YouTube. But this full moon is going to ask you to forgive yourself for ways that for past mistakes or decisions that may not have turned out the best way you wanted them to. It's also going to ask you to forgive yourself for making the hard decisions. And just because it was the right decision, it doesn't mean that it wasn't a hard decision. And it may be still pulling on some heartstrings, okay? So this full moon is saying to forgive yourself and know that within every experience has been a lesson to serve your greater purpose. This full moon is asking you to empower yourself by acknowledging your inner waters and feeling them without judgment. This full moon is also going to ask you and really encourage you to face the hard stuff. Some of you guys have been running from conflict or running from like deep conversations or real conversations. And that avoidance tendency that some Cancers tend to have, or water signs period, to not have the hard conversations or not to just open up the can of worms in a sense. This full moon is going to encourage you to clear out all of that emotional debris and the wounding. It's like you have to clear out your wounds. And in order to clear out your wounds, you have to be willing to open them up. And this can be a really painful process. Shadow work may be coming up with you, may be acknowledging some deep feelings that you may not want nobody to know because of how it sounds, or judging yourself, but some very deep feelings that deserve to be nurtured, they deserve to be seen, are going to come up for you to process. This full moon is encouraging you to be with your feelings, release them, call trusted friend, therapy, somebody that you trust in your community, but allow yourself to be heard and to feel. This week, The theme is nourishment and tender, loving care to yourself, whether you are being a support to yourself right now or you are showing up in support of someone else. If you need some support or if you're going through something, reach out to your spiritual counselor, spiritual community, church community, family, friends, people that you trust. As a Cancer woman, we love safety and security and knowing that we are safe with people, and we only share our inner emotions and the things that are really going on with us with people that we can sincerely trust. Okay, so trust issues will be coming up, whether that is in your social groups, friendship groups, or within certain relationships, or the trust that you have with yourself. And sometimes when you have gone through something or a traumatic experience, it can really play on how much you trust yourself to make good decisions moving forward. This full moon is where you reclaim your power and know that you'll always be where you're supposed to be. If you've been crying, it's normal. If you've been a little extra emotional, it's normal. Heightened intuition, a thing. Psychic downloads or bursts of information, old wounds being triggered, some emotions that you may have buried coming up to the surface. Anger will be coming up this week, okay? And how you can manage these things is by nourishing yourself, giving yourself what you need, whether that is to talk, or you need to go for a walk, or you need to go outside, get some fresh air, take a bath, whatever you need to do that helps your spirit be at peace. That is the theme of this Cancer full moon. That is the answer, okay? The answer is doing the things to nourish your spirit, nourish your mind, nourish your body, and some support. For those of you who may be feeling like you need some security, being able to identify what that looks like to you. This full moon is also going to ask you to be mindful of giving and receiving, and to make sure that you are giving from a full cup. Cancer energy loves to nurture other people. It loves to be of service. It loves to give other people comfort, security, feeling safe. Okay, if you got a Cancer in your life, you're really blessed, because we're really some great people. Okay, but Cancers also have to learn that not everybody deserves your healing, not everybody deserves your love, not everybody deserves your time, your attention, your heart space, or the support that you give. Sometimes people really just gotta figure it out on their own, and it's okay to preserve your energy and just know that that everybody has to do their own healing work. Okay, everybody has to do their own healing work, and yes, you can be of service, but to make sure that you're pouring from a space, from a full cup, and you're not pouring from an empty cup. So just take care of you, okay? Allow yourself to be taken care of, and ride the wave, baby.